Hello, 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 good people. We are back in the building and ready to do our thing. I am your host, Mr. HJ, and I want to give a shout out to my MVPs, that is men valuing purpose. And we definitely cannot forget the LLCs, ladies, loving and courageous. If you are new to the channel, this is all about personal development, self-development, trying to become the best version of yourself that you can be. And the goal is to share some insight, some wisdom, some findings, some things I've learned through life that can help you along that path and maybe even expedite that process for you. As we like to say, this is a journey, not a destination. And time is an investment, and your time is well invested and in good hands here with me today. So today's video is going to be an interesting video. I don't want to call it tough or challenging. I want to call it interesting because I want to have the right perspective on how we're going to go about this topic. And it's one that, again, we've all done. Some of us may be dealing with currently. Had some successes with, had some failures with, right? And that is none other than facing your fears. Yes, facing your fears. We all have them. And believe it or not, we've all suffered from them on some level or another. And we've all conquered them on some level or another. The difference is high achievers, what we are and what we aspire to be, face them often and oftentimes go looking for the fears to confront. That is what makes the biggest difference and creates the greatest separation. So what is fear? Fear is an unpleasant, often strong emotion caused by anticipation of awareness or danger. Why are people fearful in their life or their careers? Let's discuss a few of those reasons. Number one is failure. Everybody fears failure on some level or another. We all do this. No one wants to lose. No one wants to come up short. No one wants to be exposed or seem like they are less than. And that can keep a lot of people back. That can hold a lot of people from their greatness, is the fear of failure. The second thing that I think is relevant is embarrassment. Not seeming like you have it all together. Ultimately, to be successful, you have to be willing to face the face of embarrassment. No one wants to be average or even below average. So that's another reason why people have fear. A third one is the opinion of others. Of course, you know, we live in a world where everyone thinks what everyone else thinks is so important. I don't want to even dive into social media and all that's involved there and the snapshots of people's lives. I'm not even going to go there. That's a conversation for another day. But the opinion of others is greatly valued, especially if it's a peer group or a work group or a boss or, leadership or things of that matter. Their opinion you usually hold in high regard. And a lot of times that can make or break a person's decision to do or even attempt doing a particular thing, the opinion of others. But what do we do? What is it that we do as MVPs and LLCs? What we do is we make no excuses. We go at it head first. Fear can be overcome by as simply doing the thing that you fear the most. Now, I'm not trying to get anybody killed. I'm not asking you daredevils to go out and drive 185 miles an hour on I-20. That is not what I'm saying. I'm not telling you to go get in the ring with Mike Tyson and poke the bear. What I am saying is that the things that we fear in business and in life a lot of times can be subdued or overcome by doing that thing. Perfect example of that, public speaking. I can remember the first time that I spoke in public, I was petrified. I was sweating bullets. I was stuttering. I was talking 1,000,000 words per second. See my first YouTube video if you want an example of that. And each time that I did it subsequently, I got a little bit better. I got a little bit more comfortable. I learned a little bit more. I began to gain some levels of confidence. And I took some of the areas that I struggled in and I made adjustments to do a little bit better. And you can do the same thing too. So what I'm saying in this point is to dive in and do the thing that you fear or that you think you can't do. Dive in head first. Number 2 is we have to be resistant to failure. You're going to fail. You're going to come up short. You're going to, at some point in time, be a rookie, a newbie, and that's okay. We all have a learning curve that's involved with anything, especially anything new that we try to do. You got to be patient with yourself in that respect. The very first time I shot a basketball, I can only imagine how terrible that was. I probably threw it up with 2 hands and just hope for the best. And it was an air ball or a brick or something horrific, right? But each time I did it, I maybe got a little bit better. Maybe it went from being an air ball to hitting the bottom of the net. And maybe it went from the bottom of the net to hitting front of the rim. I mean, I honestly don't remember the first time I shot a basketball, but I'm giving you an example. I do know it was probably horrific, right? And then as more time went on, I got a little bit stronger. I learned, hey, well, maybe if I push it a little more and just flinging it, I can get it closer to the rim. Or, hey, maybe if I bend my knees and kind of heave it up, then maybe, I can get it closer to the rim. And as more time went on, I began to get more confident. And then I began to get stronger. And, muscle memory started kicking in. And then the next thing you know, I'm trying to perfect my form. And then the next thing you know, I'm, adding different wrinkles to it. And that is okay. And that is expected. But you have to be willing to take that first step and actually try to do that thing. It's okay to be a rookie. It's okay to be new. Don't let that be a reason for you to be afraid. Take that fear that you're going to feel, because you will feel it whenever you do something new. Try to channel it into what it is that you're doing. Use it to help you focus on the task at hand. The next thing that I want to talk about, number 3, is you cannot worry about everybody else. Yes, you have to focus on you and your ultimate goal. The rest of it is just a big distraction. People that are doing a thing that you want to do probably do it better than you. Again, that's okay. What you're trying to do is focus on your own development. Going back to the basketball example, I could sit there and watch Michael Jordan shoot on videos or in the game, and I'm just like, my form looks nothing like that. My results are nothing like that. And that could be discouraging, or it could be motivating, depending on how you look at things. That's that intrinsic motivation, right? But for me, it was motivating. But for some other people, it may be discouraging. Don't let it be discouraging. Hey, that's an opportunity for me to get better. Okay, so he's leaving his form up like this after he shoots. So maybe I'm going to try to do, and you learn, you take notes, you study, you find people that do what it is that you do better than you, and you learn from them, gain insight. You might even gain things that they did that can make your process of being inadequate less, right? So that's something that you have to be okay with. Focus on your development and be willing to learn. Ultimately, fear is the great divide, and it can separate levels of success or achievement from mediocrity and excuses. Face your fears today. Do it with confidence. Do it with the confidence that you know you're getting better and you're moving one step closer to achieving your goals. Fear has kept so many talented people from sharing their talents to the world. But being fearless has given the world some of its greatest and most wonderful achievements and accomplishments. So what we do and what we want to do is the latter. This is the pursuit of greatness. And pursuit means moving or chasing and going in the direction of a goal. And that we have to do without fear. The next video is going to be coming next week. Definitely want to thank you guys for your time. I want you to go out today and be fearless. Think about that thing that you've been putting off doing because it's a little uncomfortable. You don't feel like you'll be your best at it, or you don't think you're going to do a good job. And I want you to take that thing, as big or small as it may be, and dive in head first and try to get it done, or at least get the ball rolling in that area. That's my challenge for you today. Until the next video, I want you guys to do me a big favor. I want you to like, subscribe, hit that bell icon, get the conversation going in the comment sections. If you want to donate to the channel, a QR code is going to pop up for PayPal, and feel free to show your boy some love in that way. But until the next time, I am your host, Mr. HJ, and we're out. Thank you, and God bless. And I'm out.